They think they need a secretary. They wouldn't have known a secretary from a potato head.
I picked a random thrift shop, not even thinking anything, and we just got into a historic record store and met a woman that was incredible. What do you do when you find yourself in serendipity? Just next door to a Google search, I stumbled upon someone I feel like I was destined to meet. Val'S Halla's record store stands in Oak Park with its majestic pun title. Though this wasn't always the home to this store, if Val is behind the counter, it doesn't really matter what walls you're surrounded by. A Capitol Records Chicago branch alumni with stories that would sweeten any music lover's ears. I walked through the record store doors excited over the original Beatles poster on the wall, to be greeted with the statement, "I worked for the Beatles." That not only shocked me, but was followed by an explanation.
So they interview me. They ask me, can you spell and do you swing? Now, that doesn't mean what it means now.
Right.
That meant kind of, are you hip? Kind
Right.
of. You know, sort of. I said yes to both questions. And the voice says, so you interviewed for the job at, this is Morning Laugh Hour, Capitol Records. And I'd worked at a bank, so I know how to answer these things. Yes, I feel that I would be most qualified for this position, as I have had extensive clerical experience, and there's not a sound on the other end of the phone. And all of a sudden I hear, cool. That's how I got hired. I swore for the next 55 years.
By the grace of cool.
My first day I get hired. And I walk into his office, and there's no telephone, there's no pen, there's no typewriter, there's no desk, there's no anything. And I said to him, what would you like me to do? So this music-crazed 22-year-old, 23-year-old, opens this 5-drawer file cabinet that is packed from front to back, so thick that you can't even get your fingers, with 8x10 candids of every person that recorded for Capitol at the time, which was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Peggy Lee, Nat King Cole, Stan Kenton, Lou Rawls, Nancy Wilson. I mean, every major artist of the day. And I'm like, are they going to pay me to do this? I mean, am I going to get a paycheck to do this?
To go through
photos?
Do you remember your salary?
Well, I know when I left, I was making $90 a week.
Spending time in Val's store, we chatted about genres, status quos, and how we both really loved music. She really pepped me up, feeding me with women in the industry insight. It was almost like her presence sweetly complemented her memories as she set up the perfect imaginary music campfire.
DJs, kids would come up who did record hops and stuff, and they would come up to the office and they could get free 45s if we didn't think they were trying to scam us, if they really did do. So I thought, well, I'll find out which records that I give them the kids really like, and I'll report back, So everybody told me the kids really liked that Surfin' Safari records. So I went to Maury and John, and I said, I just thought I'd get you some feedback that kids really liked that Surfin' Safari record. They laughed in my face. They said those will never sell. That's California surf music. We'll never get it on the radio in Chicago. It'll never sell.
Well,
Look what
see?
happened.
it's old.
50 years later, I go, na, 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 na.
Yeah. They probably said, holy crap.
No,
there
you're
was something
50
on
years later, you're singing all the words to Surfin' Safari. And
You
you're
bet.
like, we
Well,
got
I
it
was
right.
anyway. We got it right.
there. That's amazing.
And that's exactly the story that I told
Brian.
Brian when I met him.
Man, Val, you had the hair.
Yeah.
Still got the hair.
Well, it's much thinner, I'm afraid, than it used to be. It was like a helmet. When it was like that, you could bounce a basketball off of it. You'd have to stand under the shower.
If you'd like to find out more information about Val, links will be provided below. Thank you so much to Val and her employees for showing me a wonderful ending to my Chicago trip. Her name is Val, and she is the coolest lady in the planet. Have a great day, a great night, and a great life. I'll see you very soon.
Surfing the bar, along surf, baby, sit and see it. I'm gonna surfing now. Everybody's learning how.
Whatever.
Well, Lollapalooza was last weekend in here, but they named the anniversary Hallapalooza. Cause
Oh, yes.
like get it.
We're here